Netflix announced that it was developing a live-action Gears of War movie and an adult animated series in collaboration with the video game franchise's original developer, and for many gamers, this is music to their ears. So stay tuned and don't go away, because the movie star famous for making people laugh and bouncing his pecs wants to join the Gears of War movie, and video game movies and shows coming to Netflix in 2022 and beyond. First up, does Terry Crews really want to be a part of the Gears of War projects? Absolutely! Following Netflix's announcement of the live-action Gears of War movie, Terry Crews said he'd love to be a part of the project. Known for Everybody Hates Chris, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Blended, and Old Spice commercials, Crews says he'll accept a role in the Gears of War movie in a heartbeat. During a recent interview, Crews further explained, "Dave Bautista is a good friend, and we talked about Gears of War years ago, and I said, man, I would love to do this with you. And he was like, I'd love to do this with you. Now, I just hear they're announcing this whole deal. It's not up to me, but if I had the chance, and if anyone wanted me for this movie and for this role, I would take it in a heartbeat. It is an amazing project. It's an amazing game. Every part of that I would want to be in. I can't wait to see who they cast in the movie, and whether I'm in it or not, I'm going to be watching. I'm a fan right along with everybody else." For those of you who don't know, Gears of War is a super intense first-person shooter video game that centers on mankind's desperate struggle for survival against the Locust Horde, a nightmarish race of creatures that surface from the planet's core. Because of the brutal violence, the games in the franchise are rated M for mature. Next up, is anyone better suited to play the role of Augustus Cole, aka Coltrane, than Terry Crews? No way! Like Bautista as Marcus Phoenix, Crews is absolutely perfect for the role of Augustus Cole in a live-action Gears of War movie. Terry is an accomplished actor, and he has the required physical stature to portray Cole, who professionally played the fictional sport thrashball based on American football prior to joining the military as a Gears soldier. Before catching the acting bug, Crews was an NFL player, so there's that special connection as well. Crews and Bautista are also best buds, so there would be great on-screen chemistry, and they already have plenty of fan support behind them. Bautista even appeared in Gears of War 5 as a playable Marcus Phoenix skin, and Phoenix signature armor as a promo. Also, Bautista as Phoenix and Crews as Cole will help round out the film's four main protagonists. Fans have long supported the idea of John Cena as Damon Bard and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Dominic Santiago. Although Gears of War creator Cliff Bleszinski wants a Latino actor to play Dom, Netflix is turning a lot of popular video games into movies and TV shows these days. Netflix's upcoming video game movies and TV shows are experiencing a boom with streaming platforms and their subscribers. The Last of Us will premiere on HBO and HBO Max in 2023, and a God of War show is in development for Amazon's Prime Video service. Up next, does Netflix have a proven track record of creating critically acclaimed video game adaptations? You bet! Netflix's video game adaptations have been very successful. Case in point, Arcane and Castlevania. Netflix recently acquired the rights to the post-apocalyptic adventure game Horizon Zero Dawn, one of Sony PlayStation's most prized flagship games. Horizon Zero Dawn follows the protagonist known as Aloy as he uncovers the mysteries of an ancient civilization. A live-action adaptation of Horizon will be hard to pull off because the game takes place in a unique dystopian version of America, with animal-like robots who have taken over the Earth. Netflix can also be credited with rescuing the BioShock movie from development purgatory, and there are plans to create a whole cinematic universe around the BioShock games. The prospect of an extended BioShock universe would work well due to the vast amount of source material contained within the BioShock video games. No other details have been revealed about Netflix's plans with BioShock. One title set to hit Netflix is Tekken Bloodline. Tekken Bloodline is an anime series set during the events of Tekken 2 and Tekken 3. A trailer for Tekken Bloodline was released on June 10, 2022, and the anime series will follow the story of Jin Kazama and his relationship with his mother. Another video game slated for Netflix adaptation is Dragon Age Absolution. Based on the fantasy role-playing series Dragon Age, Netflix's animated series Dragon Age Absolution was released in December of 2022, and the first season will consist of 6 episodes. The series will not follow the events of the games or previous anime film Dragon Age Dawn of the Seeker. So stay tuned and don't go away, because we're revealing Netflix video game adaptations that you're going to want to check out. Next up, are we going to see a live-action Pokemon series? You're about to find out. Pokemon is one of the largest media franchises in the world, with widely successful video games, manga, card games, toys, and anime shows and films. Surprisingly, there's never been a live-action Pokemon show. However, Lucifer showrunner Joe Henderson has been quietly developing exactly that for Netflix. Netflix's Pokemon series is still in early development, but the live-action movie Detective Pikachu proved that Pokemon can be successfully adapted with some quality CGI that will work in a live-action setting. Despite the lack of details, Netflix's Pokemon series will hit screens in a few years and is sure to be a massive hit with Pokemon's legions of fans worldwide. One Netflix video game adaptation that didn't quite dazzle fans was the streamer's live-action Resident Evil series. The Resident Evil trailer reveals that the show will be split into 2 timelines. One will be set in 2022 when Jade and Billy Wesker move to their home in New Raccoon City and uncover the city's dark secrets, and the second timeline will be set in 2036 after Jade attempts to survive in a world ravaged by bloodthirsty zombies hungry for brains. Tamara Smart and Ella Balinska will play the younger and older versions of Jade in the show and are joined by Lance Reddick, Adeline Rudolph, and Azad Razamir, just to name a few. Writer Andrew Drab will be the showrunner, and Walking Dead director Rowan Hughes will be behind the camera. Up next, is an Assassin's Creed series coming to Netflix? Let's take a look. The 2016 Assassin's Creed movie starring Michael Fassbender was a disappointment. Still, Netflix is confident that it can breathe new life back into the famed video game franchise, and rumor has it Netflix is quietly developing a live-action Assassin's Creed series. Netflix closed its deal for a TV series with Ubisoft, and the game developer describes the live-action series as a genre-bending live-action epic alongside animated and anime adaptations. Netflix should focus on the games and choose one of the strongest storylines for the TV series, specifically Ezio Auditore's trilogy, the original Assassin's Creed game, or Edward Kenway's storyline. The live-action series will be written by Die Hard and The Fugitive writer Jeb Stewart, although at the time of this recording, no directors have been attached to the project. Another Ubisoft game that Netflix is adapting is Beyond Good and Evil, a 2003 action-adventure video game that follows Jade, a martial artist and investigative reporter struggling to uncover an alien conspiracy. Netflix's movie adaptation of Beyond Good and Evil will be a blend of live action and CGI, a combination that director Rob Letterman used when he directed Detective Pikachu. But right now, I want to know what you think. Are you a fan of video games being adapted into TV shows or films? Which games do you feel are deserving of being made into films or TV shows? We'd love to know your thoughts, so drop some comments down below. Next up, are you ready for an animated Cyberpunk Edgerunners TV show? Count me in. Unlike Beyond Good and Evil, which is 20 years old, Netflix is adapting 2020's Cyberpunk 2077 into an animated TV series titled Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Cyberpunk 2077 opened to mixed reviews, with many gamers complaining that the game was released with loads of bugs. Netflix's 10-episode limited series will tell the story of David Martinez, a street kid who becomes an edgerunner. For those of you who don't know, an edgerunner is a mercenary outlaw, also known as a cyberpunk. Another highly anticipated Netflix video game adaptation is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. Netflix can't seem to get enough of animated series, and that's probably because viewers keep gobbling them up. Netflix is currently developing an adaptation of Splinter Cell, an action video game franchise that follows former Navy SEAL turned Black Ops specialist Sam Fisher. The famed spy thriller will be adapted into a 16-episode series that will be helmed by Derek Kolstad, known for the John Wick franchise. Splinter Cell's initial members, plot details, or release date have been revealed. Splinter Cell's initial 2-season deal will be enough to adapt the first couple of games, but no cast members, plot details, or a release date have been revealed. Netflix is also working on a second Tom Clancy video game adaptation. This one is called The Division. Netflix is developing a live-action feature-length film of the popular video game starring Jessica Chastain and Jake Gyllenhaal. The Division takes place in a futuristic version of New York after a virus breaks out and society descends into chaos and anarchy. A specialized group of operatives goes into the city in an effort to try and save any remaining survivors. Something tells me Chastain and Gyllenhaal are going to light up the screen when this movie hits Netflix. Finally, is Netflix about to bring Captain Laserhawk to the small screen? Netflix's deal with Ubisoft also includes adaptations of the popular Far Cry video game series and an animated series called Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix. The series was created by Ari Shankar, who served as an executive producer on Netflix's Castlevania. The name of the series comes from the Far Cry 3 expansion titled Blood Dragon, and it will imbue the series with the spirit of the 1980s. Another project that Ari Shankar is involved with is an adaptation of Devil May Cry. Shankar confirmed that the first season of the animated series will consist of 8 episodes and will focus on Virgil and Lady. Fans of the games hope that Netflix's Devil May Cry series will be an improvement on the 2007 anime series that was not well received by both critics and fans alike. That's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great videos.